What's going on, guys? Don't forget to subscribe and like my videos. This video is going to be predicated on trade and ultimately why Donald Trump will lose the 2020 election. Now, these are some things that you guys can expect to happen in 2020. And it's already happening now in regards to soybeans and the farmers and consumers in the stores. What's happening is he keeps slapping on tariffs, which if you guys aren't really too familiar with, those are taxes. And what he's doing is he's taxing other countries' products that they're developing and ultimately selling to us. The major supplier of the United States, as you all know, is China. China has always been a major supplier of the United States. If you look on the back of any of your items, it's most likely going to say China. And what he's doing is he's slapping on extra taxes onto Chinese steel coming into the United States. And he thinks he's helping, and not just steel, but other products. And he believes he's helping, but Trump is so twisted in the mind, he doesn't actually understand what this is doing to the consumers. It's making us have to pay more in the stores because what's happening is China and other countries, they're upping up the prices for their products that they're developing that they are selling to us. And corporations are having to up the prices up for the products that they're buying from the wholesaler, which are the countries. That's the only way they can make up for it. He thinks he's helping, but he's really not because it's going to screw us in the end. And we're projected to have a recession in 2020. That's a projection that's already been made. That's not a good thing. When it comes to trade, a person like Bernie will actually get it, and he'll actually have success in that because he understands that you have to make trade policies and shape trade policy around your farmers and build a trade policy that will help them thrive, because when they thrive, we will thrive because they're going to be selling more. And when they're selling more, it's actually going to benefit our economy because farmers are a big part of the economy in many ways. Whenever you go to the grocery stores, that's a credit to your farmer. What's going to end up happening is the farmers are going to start to turn on Donald Trump. They are already starting to turn on him. The farmers that are his staunchest and strongest supporters, they're the only ones who haven't moved yet. And they probably won't, which is why this is going to still be a very tight-knit, close election, because those Trump supporters just won't move. But ultimately, so if we make trade policy based around them and actually supports them and aids them and helps them, they will start to do well, and we will start to do well. If consumers are able to go in with a better buying power, in terms of a socialist agenda that is helping and aiding them and lifting them up into an income bracket in which we all are on, there must be a regulation which brings in the socialism and the aspects of helping and aiding every single person in the country. That's how we get to the perfect society. So he's slapping on tariffs onto different products abroad and around the world. The countries are having to up the prices for those products because there's extra taxes added onto those products unless we're in North America. And within North America, we have a free trade agreement with Mexico and Canada. And China is a major supplier of the United States, which is why people say, be careful, China could possibly own the country one day because we are in debt to them and there is a national debt that we must be wary of and leery of, and that is very much true. If the Democratic base just comes out and votes in record numbers and record turnout the way that we know that we can come out and vote, Republicans will never win in this country ever. They understand this, which is why they've been gerrymandering in all over the country, especially in the swing states like Wisconsin and Michigan, North Carolina, trying to keep the governors from actually having power in those states in terms of the state legislators there, with Republicans in there trying to keep their power and their influence by the governor's handicap. Smoking a backwood.